overreaction is coming. You're not winning. You're not watching. It's true. Your boy brings you winners, and we bring them to you first. Get ready. Cannabis stocks, they could explode. That's right. They're going to explode.
Diversification is a protection against ignorance. I mean, ensure that nothing bad happens to you. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a perfectly sound approach. Who does not feel they know? If you know how to analyze businesses and value business, it's great. Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich TV. Rich like me.
Invest in companies and businesses that you can see still being successful 20 years from now. That's the Warren Buffett model. Invest in the best is blessed, and invest in companies that you can identify the number one pick. And if you've been buying Truly for the last 5 months and riding the wave, you're up between 65 to 80%. Congratulations to everyone.
Rich like me.
Hey guys, this is Rick from Rich TV Live.
So it's crazy. I've been watching social media for the last I guess 24 hours since I broke this news on YouTube. I think I was first to break the news on YouTube, actually, that Cam Bately has stepped down from Aurora Cannabis, the most talked about cannabis company in the world. It's big news, guys. This is big news. Like, unless you guys have been living under a rock, I mean, this is some big news. Some big news. Big news. Crazy news. You know, I think everyone just needs to.
Hi, this is Rich from Rich TV Live.
Join Rich TV Live.
So many things going on. Zoom Away Travel has been just exploding. Aurora Cannabis just signed with the UFC to be the official sponsor for their CBD.
It's funny how things can change so quickly.
The CBD partner.
That was in July.
Which is huge news for
this was in
cannabis
July.
and CBD education and the UFC.
And now everybody forgets about that. And now Aurora's going to zero. Cam Bately steps down. Aurora's going to zero. Everybody's in a state of panic. Aurora is going to zero. Cam Bately stepped down. Aurora is going to zero. My question is this. Has Cam Bately ever touched a plant? Does anybody here actually think that that Cam Bately actually touched a plant? I'd love to know if Cam Bately actually touched a plant. It's just the overreaction is comical. Oh my God, Cam is stepping down. Everybody panic. We must be in a state of panic. Cam is stepping down. Oh my goodness. Well, stepping down to do what, guys? He's stepping down to go work in MedRelief in Australia. So he's still with the company. That doesn't matter, man. On social media, Aurora is getting trashed. Specifically on Twitter, they're getting absolutely annihilated. Everybody's saying they're going to get crushed tomorrow. Everybody, look, Balanced Investing saying they're going down 15%. Everybody is in a state of panic. Despite the fact I say don't panic, everybody's panicking. Everybody is in a state of panic right here, right now. Whew, it's crazy, man. You know, we try to tell them, not to panic, but we're in a state of panic, folks. This is what panic looks like. If you wanted to see what panic looks like, it looks like this. How you guys doing? Zanny Socks. Infinite Possibilities. What's up? Fat Nuts. Neurosis. THC brands.
Don't panic, you rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Oven mitts for little kids, what you bitching about? Pockets when they tingling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your place, it's no mistake that you are beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open way, I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots, hater, this my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers, the soft stages. Bring the heat.
Smash the like button. Let's go.
I'm mob like, don't call it on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic, I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on his eyes like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro, cause you looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. I don't cheat. I just move when I cruise to the G code. Put the limit in. Stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts to latch to. Rich TV Live, he a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes.
It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know.
Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough?
Just sit back and watch the show.
Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I pay you for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels in motion. Quickly. ASAP. Quick.
So, everybody in 2017 was talking about how the cannabis stocks was the biggest thing ever and you could get rich overnight. And then in 2018, that was the same conversation. In 2019, it started the same way in January, February, March, where we had huge explosion again. Since then, we've had a massive retraction. Thank you guys for the 21 likes. But still, we got to get our likes game up here, guys. I mean, I could go, like the football game is about to start. I don't need to be live. I could go watch football. Like, game's starting soon, right? Who do we got? We got Kansas City versus Chicago. I can watch the game, man. I don't need to be live and interactive with the people. I'm just going live because I keep hearing my phone blow up on social media about how everybody's talking about how Aurora's going to go down tomorrow. Like literally everybody. So if it does go up tomorrow, it would be a massive curveball. Massive, massive, massive curveball. Will that happen? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Scott Norris says, staying put, not moving my positions, too many scared tactics. Well, I think, what's clearly happening with Aurora is Cam Bately has stepped down from his position with Aurora, and he's going to be moving over to focus on his position with MedRelief, which is a Aurora subsidiary in Australia. So there is lots to talk about. There's lots of going on. And the reality is a lot of people, for the most part, I would say 9 out of every 10 people, maybe even higher, have predicted that the markets will be red tomorrow for Aurora. My question is, do you guys agree? Does anybody here think Aurora goes higher tomorrow? Now, I'm not suggesting that Cam Bately ever planted even one cannabis plant or one cannabis seed. I don't think he's ever even touched a plant. Does anybody here think that Cam ever actually touched a plant or sold any product for Aurora? So it's interesting that everybody assumes the stock is going to nothing, yet Cam never really had any real day-to-day impact on Aurora. Never has and never will. So I just don't understand why everybody's assuming the stock is going to crash. Now, I'm assuming it will go down because there's a lot of panic. But has anything really fundamentally changed with the company to justify the stock going down? What some people are suggesting as much as 15%, 10%, 15%. Some people are saying 20 or 30%. Wow, because of one executive that has stepped down, that is now moving into another internal role within the company, the stock is going to plummet? I don't think so. Mind you, based on all the sentiment I see on Twitter, which is all pretty much negative, a lot of those are shorting it. Some of them are taking credit for it. Some of them are taking credit for calling the short earlier in March and April, when they shorted it all the way down from 13 to where it is today, under $3 in Canada. Monica says, I'm not worried about ACB. I am worried about Xena. I think there's a lot of cannabis companies that, are underperforming and that a lot of people could be worried about. Yes, I definitely have your backs, bro. Thank you. We got 31 likes, 64 people here. Still not 50%. Not the greatest like to watch ratio, but hey, man, I can't force you guys to smash that like button. You guys are welcome to go and watch Netflix or some other YouTubers. Because we live and interactive, and if you want to get your word in, we live. So feel free to jump into the chat. Love to hear from you guys. Love to get your feedback on what is going on with Aurora Cannabis. What's happening with Cam Bailey stepping down? Is the stock going down? Because everybody's saying it's going down. Everybody. There ain't nobody saying it's going up. Maybe a couple people, but man, they in the minority right now. They in the minority right now. You like my jacket? I'm a big fan of LeBron James. I like all the stars. I respect and I have love for all the stars. And LeBron's my man. You know what I mean? I always told you guys that Canopy Growth was LeBron James. I always told you guys that Canopy Growth was my number one. I always told you guys that Canopy Growth was LeBron James. And once again, LeBron is proving to be the GOAT. He's proven to be the GOAT. I mean, yeah, maybe not better than MJ, but LeBron is the NBA. He is the NBA. You put LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the same team, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. You could just put a bunch of high schoolers with them and they still win games. Franco says, no money here. We all losing big money. If we all put our losses together, we would have millions. Yeah, and you know what? When the markets go up, it's the alternative. It's the other way. This is why, as investors, we need to diversify. The stock market is at all-time highs. Visa has been flying all year. Apple has been flying all year. Facebook just broke $200. Tesla is up 20% in the last month. There are many stocks out there for us to motivate our portfolios with and to explode our portfolios with gains. We do not have to put all of our money in cannabis. Cannabis is extremely risky, highly volatile, lots of highs, lots of lows. We do not need to put all of our money in cannabis. We need to diversify. We need to diversify. We need to diversity. We need to diversify. The more we do that, the better prepared we are for future success and future gains. If we put all our eggs in one basket, we can go up and win big, or we could also go down and lose big with a growing hyper-growth sector, which is what the cannabis sector is. Hayden John says, Cam Bailey leaving is a good thing. He has to be the fall guy. This is the start of a new era for Aurora. I agree with that. It is. Good evening, Mark. How you doing, buddy? Monica says, I have ACB at 8 Canadian. If it drops to 2 Canadian, I will buy more. Franco says, Monica, I'm around the same break-even number. Vicente Fox for U.S. president. Franco says it will go down 20% in pre-market. I can't sell before that. I hate it. You think it's going to be down 20% pre-market? Wow. That's not going to be good. That's the case. Vu Dang, thank you for becoming a member, Vu Dang. I appreciate you, man. Says, get in Bitcoin. Franco says, infinite possibilities. Good for you. Will you get in on a big dip down tomorrow? Infinite says, no, I don't like ACB. Evan6629 says, National Access Cannabis is working with Second Cup. You guys know I love Meta, man. Meta growth, baby. Meta up 100% in the last 2 weeks. Max says the trend will change eventually. Well, I mean, we can't go down forever. Franco says, Rich, we are stuck in MJs with big losses. Everyone is down big. No money for any other markets. I don't agree with that statement. I think everybody's situation is different. I don't believe everybody's put all their money into cannabis stocks. I think some people have. I think that obviously, if you have done that, it's a learning experience. And a lot of people have done that because there are a lot of cannabis enthusiasts. But I also think there's a lot of people that have other investments in other places that are diversified, that have played a little bit in the stock market. Some have won big, some have lost big. There's a combination of everybody in the markets. Let's be honest. But yeah, anybody who's bought cannabis stocks in the last 9 months, they have not had phenomenal success because the market has been down. When that changes, those people that are buying at those levels or at these levels right now will be handsomely rewarded for their patience and their due diligence for buying the best at the lowest prices. It's the markets, man. In the markets, you're not guaranteed anything. That's for sure. You are never guaranteed anything in the stock market. Alberto Ramos says, your title is fake news, CNN. No, it's definitely not going to zero, bro. I know it's not going to zero. That's why I asked, do you guys think it's going to zero? Because I know it's not going to zero. But there's a lot of people, including Andrew Left, who's been messaging me saying that it's going to zero. And now here comes the attack. And now here comes people resigning. I mean, when it rains, it pours. Mark Pepper says, I like space ticker SPCE. Yeah, I do too, man. I do too. Evan6629 says, Meta and Bev, check them out. So much opportunity. Well, you guys know I've been talking about both, and I think that both are huge. Joshua says, I highly doubt ACB will go to zero. Here's why. If they replace Cam with a big name, bullish response. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe Monday they've got the replacement. Could you imagine? If tomorrow they have a huge replacement instantly, that would be big. But I don't know. I don't have that inside information. Carmelo says, not a good look that an insider sold 57% of his holdings, roughly 1 million shares. That's another reason for a sell-off tomorrow. Yeah, good point. Franco says, I don't want to sell, but I don't want to go to zero either. Yeah, well, we know it's not going to zero, but at the end of the day, it's your money. So if you feel like you need to sell to salvage your money, you should sell. I'm never going to tell you not to sell or not to buy anything. You got to do whatever you want to do. Adrian says, bought 7,000 ACB shares last week in long term. Hope you win big, man. Balanced Investing says ACB will drop 15% tomorrow. Whew, that'll be a big drop, man. Neurosis. Andrew Left got his last name from yanking his chain with his left hand while writing lies with his right foot. Alberto Ramos says, Rich man, I'm down huge too, but again, move my cash to Florida and other US plays and recovered most of my 70% loss before year end. Sorry, fellow Canadians, bearish as hell unless you're holding SNC. Evan6629 says, Rich, you are effing the best. Good perspective. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Jimbo Code says, what the F is a simple moving average resistance major? I'm so confused. Well, I mean, just do the research and you can find out what every single indicator means. Every indicator has their own meaning behind them. And when I trade, I use a lot of different indicators. But at the end of the day, indicators are lagging indicators. They don't guarantee you future results. They can only tell you what happened in the past. So predicting the future has a lot more to do with actually looking at the fundamentals. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of indicators. Yes, I use indicators, but I also like to focus more on the fundamentals. Balance sheet. Do they have more profits than losses? Are they growing their revenues? Are they profitable? Are they becoming profitable? Will they be profitable in the future? Are they in a growing sector? What does their future outlook look like? What does their management look like? What does their share structure look like? Are there a lot of dilution or dilutive financial toxic fundings that are going to be happening in the future? These are all different aspects of a public company you need to consider when you make an investment. That's why it's so difficult to make investments. None of it's easy. Franco says, no Nelson Peltz, and now the face of ACB resigns. This is fishy. What's next? Secret rooms? You never know. Alberto Ramos says, the urinal pads at my work at Citron, so quite fitting. Smokin559 says, let it go down. I'll be buying for long term. Reefer Al Joint says, Mike Crapo took a crap on cannabis. Yeah, I think a lot of people are taking a crap on cannabis right now. I mean, what are we, 3 days away from Christmas? I've never seen, like, everyone's going to be watching Aurora tomorrow. Market open. Everybody. I'm kind of scared to see what's going to happen. It's not going to be good. Unless some big news comes out tomorrow, it's not going to be good because everybody's saying it's going down. Infinite Possibility says, I made 9 trades last month. Mark Pepper says, what is Nelson Peltz doing? Anyone? The 416er says, Australis Capital to merge with Folium Biosciences. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens. Neurosis says the cannabis sector short squeeze commences tomorrow. Would that be amazing to see? Would love to see that. Jimbo says, time to dedicate. I get it and agree wholeheartedly. Franco says, Rich, would you buy the gap down tomorrow? Or are you done with cannabis stocks for now? Or don't chase the falling knife? I'll never be done with cannabis stocks because I own a shitload of cannabis stocks. I'm just sitting and waiting. I want to see the market turn around before I buy more. And if I am buying more stocks right now, they're not cannabis stocks. If I buy cannabis stocks in the future, it'll be when I see the market turn around. I want to see a trend reversal. I haven't seen that yet. So I don't see any reason to buy anything yet, in my opinion. But could change tomorrow, could change the week after that. I've predicted December 27th. Just threw it out there. I think we've been down long enough. But I don't control the markets, guys, so I honestly don't know. I think that the markets overall are going to continue to melt up. I've been right about that. The markets are going to continue to melt up. They've been melting up all year. A lot of people have been predicting a recession. There's been no recession. All kinds of YouTubers getting all kinds of views talking about a recession. What recession? There's no recession. But yet there's still videos getting views. Yield curve? What yield curve? Recession? What recession? Stock market crash? No market crash. All-time highs. NASDAQ up over 33%. What? In 2019? S&P 500 up like 27%. And the Dow Jones up over 21% in 2019. The market up green 10 days in a row. Market melt up. So we need to, as investors, diversify and take advantage of the market melt up. And yeah, we want to always watch and monitor and take advantage of moves in the cannabis sector. The moves that I think have been really, really good this year. Meta over the last 2 weeks has made a move. This year, True Leaf obviously is up. Medicine Man is up. Labs is up. Valence Grow Works is up. Grow Generation Corp is up. There's a few that are up. For the most part, most of them are down. So there's only about 10 that are up this year out of 440 companies. So we have to assume that 2020 will be better than 2019, because I don't think it's possible that next year we have another year where only 10 cannabis companies go green. I don't think it's possible. Rob Cha says, if ACB go to 0, I will buy 1 million shares. Yeah, exactly. Nelson Peltz enjoying the holiday with his family, says Reefer Al Joint. Dale says, it's a done deal. Hey Tree says, I think you see 15% down in the morning. By then, sell 10% recovery midday. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty realistic. Infinite Possibility says, I would love to see DCOP at $6. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. Alberto Ramos says, no one better green on ACB tomorrow. Really? Beautiful dip buy in the morning, climbs and finishes green, and bull market engaged on time for Christmas. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Infinite Possibility says, I want to buy some Meta. Yeah, like Meta has been amazing the last 2 weeks, but they're up 100% in the last 2 weeks. Do you want to buy it after it's up 100%? It still could go up. I think it's going to go to $1. I just don't know when. Franco says ACB will hit $2 Canadian tomorrow with billions in assets. Wow. I know. Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Alberto Ramos says no more downside on cannabis stocks. Jokes over, Rich. Maybe a few more tax write-offs, fake red days, but that's about it. Alberto Ramos says depending on what you're holding, though. Hey Tree says Reefer Al Joint is the best name. John Hughes says, hey peoples. Yo, what's up, John? Jimbo says this uptrend will continue until it exploitix has its day. Until its exploitix has its day. Is that even a word? Infinite Possibility says, have you ever seen a stock go from 5.005 to $3 in a day? Not that I can remember, but I'm sure it's happened many times. Usually during a reverse, but that's artificial. Mark Pepper says they need to pass the Safe Banking Act in the Senate as soon as possible. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm a little bit concerned. Everybody, for the most part, believes we're going to see green tomorrow in the broader markets, but probably we'll see red for Aurora Cannabis. So I'm literally going to be doing some trading tonight, Forex trading, futures trading. Let me just see. US 30, I'm also trading the UK 100. Let me take a look at MetaTrader 4 right now. I'll be trading gold. All right. I shorted the Euro USD. Very close to green on that trade right now. Might be executing that trade very, very soon. I will be making some trades with my academy later tonight. If you guys would like to trade with me, you're welcome to join. I got a link down below, and you can learn how to trade as well. Learn about indicators, learn about trading, learn about taking advantage of momentum. Now, let's take a look at the US 30 right now and see where it's at. So I'll tell you guys right now whether or not the US market is going to be up tomorrow. US 30 looks strong, man. 28,487 right now. It's trading at 28,487 by 28,491. The UK 100 is trading at 75.69 by 75.75. The US 30 has been absolutely on fire. Absolutely on fire. Let's take a look at the US pairings. The US AUD is going up. So right now the US dollar is going up versus the Australian dollar. The Euro USD, right now the Euro is selling off versus the US dollar, which is the trade that I made, which is good. And USD Canadian, right now the US was going up. Right now the Canadian is actually, the US is going down versus the Canadian dollar right now. The Canadian dollar is actually showing some strength versus the US right now as we speak. So I'm going to go back to doing some trading. I'm going to go watch some football. This is your boy Rich from Mr. B Live. Wanted to get your guys' word on Aurora Cannabis. Does anybody really, truly think it's going to zero? I just want to show of hands. Does anybody actually think it goes to zero? I just a yes or a no. I say no. Nope. It does not go to zero. Does anybody here actually think Aurora goes to zero? Yeah, I love Forex, man. I love all trading. And as an investor, I want to learn about everything. Look at this. No. Nobody thinks that Aurora is going to zero. So it's fake news, people. It's all lies. Aurora is not going to zero. Aurora will not go to zero. Nobody thinks it's going to zero. But yet there's a lot of people trying to say it's going to zero. It's fake news. It's complete and utter fake news. Just the haters coming out. It's the haters coming out. Franco says yes. Franco, apparently a holder of Aurora, says it's going to zero. Short alert. Franco's a short.
I know you loving the sound. I know you loving the sound. Baby, just look at me now. Henny in my cup, yeah, straight up. I don't fuck with no ice cubes. Diamond stay dripping. I'm a white boy, nice whip with some nice moves. Bruce Lee smoking loose leaves. You swear I'm doing some kung fu. Got a trunk full of birds. Sit down, we playing duck, goose. Yeah. I ain't beginning. I've been here before.
Don't panic, man.
Haters are mad, will I even the score? I lay on the beach, take a peek at the shore.
Don't panic. Aurora will be okay. So, Franco, you just said they're going to zero. Now you're saying they're going to 100. Which one is it, bro? You sound confused. Franco, you sound confused, bro. 0 or 100? 100 or 0? 0 or 100? 100 or 0? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
from a killers and shooters and savages. I do not listen to you. I do not miss off the cue. I'm in the midst of Peru. Make no mistake, you in the lake, so they go fishing for you. Shooting like my name is Juice. Yo, I mix and produce. Christopher's loose. Listen, the haters stay broke, but it's funny. I'm getting money like I'm Mr. Magoo. Greedy as fuck, but I'm humble as shit. I'm lyrical with it, you humble as shit. Ghostwriters writing up all of your head. Your bitch is with me and she's sucking the dick.
I don't do this for the clout. I don't do this for the clout. You can just get off my clout. You can just get off my clout. I know you loving the sound. I know you loving the sound. Baby, just look at me now. Aurora will not go to zero. You heard it here first from your boy Rich. Aurora will be fine. Tomorrow will most likely be red. And you know I love my boy LeBron. He ain't with the Cavs no more, but it's okay. He brought them a championship. He brought him a chip. And you know Drake likes those chips with dip, right? So yeah, shout out to Drake. Shout out to the Six. Toronto Raptors came back from the biggest deficit in their history today. They were down by 30 points, and they came back and won. That is the heart of a champion. Aurora at one time was a champion. I believe they still have the heart of a champion. Yes, tomorrow may be ugly. It may be red, but I believe the strong will survive. I believe Aurora never goes to zero. I believe Aurora will rise again. This might just be a buying opportunity. Stay tuned. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Gotta go out with some style and some music. Don't go out like that. You know, we're the only ones that got music, so we might as well play it, right? I need something good, man. Something festive. Something festive. I think we have a festive song. I think we have a festive song. What could be the festive song? I think there's a festive song that we got, right? Yeah, there's a festive song. We have a festive song. We have a very, very festive song. And it is the holidays. Christmas is around the corner. And the Sunday Nighter is about to start.
Cloud Ninja Beats.
Perfect. A little bit of Rich TV, a little bit of football.
Let's go! It's that time of year, go on, put your hands up. Sing it till you can't, this gon' be the anthem. Home for the holidays, spend it with your family. Roasting up a turkey, all the kids are eating candy. Looking at the mantle, all the stocking tongue just right. We gon' live it up, we gon' really have a fun night. This is really Christmas, never let your friends miss you. Cause in the end, you can't take this money with you. Presents under trees wrapped up with a big bow. See the smiles on the children, this is what we here for. Papa need a new pair of shoes, watch me roll the dice, enjoying every minute. No, you make this a fucking life. Sitting by the fire, you know, sipping on a few beers. I'm wishing everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Dancing like you don't care, feet on the floor, mistletoe hanging, plus the freak on the door. Laughing by the tree, oh my God, my family killing me. Talking about Santa, how we coming down the chimney. You know, right there on the rooftop, we all got a snow spread, Dizzy hit the food shop. Cause I'ma live it up, do it just right. We going just right, cause you know Christmas only one night. It's only one night. Don't ever let the magic pass by. Don't let it pass by. Cause this life only live for one ride. Cause I'ma live it up, do it just right. We do it just right. Cause you know Christmas only one night. It's only one night. Don't ever let the magic pass by. Don't let it pass by. This life only live for one ride. In the air, you can feel it. City, sipping on some Henny. Damn, I'm feeling liggy. Stars in the sky, what a wonderful life. Because we here right now, and I don't wanna die. Just wanna spend every minute right here with my loved ones, brothers, sisters, and all my cousins, aunts, and uncles. You know the rest. Yeah, the whole family over on some ice. And yes, I know sometimes you can really have your day wrong. But here's a cup with some rum, pour some eggnog. We gon' live it up, always feeling glorious. We gon' do it big like the man notorious. I'm wishing that the new year staying prosperous. Lots of wealth, lots of health, that's the obvious. Watch out for the haters in the audience. Fuck the negativity, stay positive. Cause I'ma live it up, do it just right. Just right. You know there's only one night. There's only one night. Don't ever let the magic pass by. Don't let it pass by. Cause this life only live for one night. Cause I'ma live it up, do it just right. your beats, y'all. Rich TV Live. From the Rich TV Live family to you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.